Draisaitl again this season, Chad. So, given what he said, that it's not over with, he's obviously going to rush himself back because he knows how important he is to the team. And not to mention, Leon wants to win a Stanley Cup. Like, if they make it to the second round, the Pacific Division is so weak, and they do get to avoid, assuming they don't land in the wild card. If they land in the wild card, that's devastating. Like, if they land in the second wild card, and they've got to go to the Central Division, devastating. So, Doug, you think that Edmonton will win a round? You think that he'll win a round? AJ was last week. There's a poll up. Let's see if you guys vote.
I just can't erase. I just can't erase my thoughts of you. I just can't erase. I just can't erase.
Welcome in. Pretty new affiliation here. If anybody is watching, thank you for watching. And let's hope more people will come as soon as they realize. We're gonna play Phasmophobia. Start off with that, maybe. Later on, Among Us, or Sims 4. It depends. So, yeah, Tanglewood Drive, I'm gonna continue doing. I'm continuing to do just Tanglewood, and I'm gonna mute my mic here because I'll have to use it in game. But I'm here still. will be playing Among Us after this ad break comes to an end.
was never enough. It was never enough.
On the YouTube channel NI Explorer 84, a guy named Brian explores abandoned places in Northern Ireland. Now, it should be mentioned that Brian is not a ghost hunter or a paranormal investigator. In fact, he says he doesn't believe in ghosts at all.
I want to start by saying I am very, very, very skeptical. I don't believe in any of this stuff. I'm open to the possibility slightly, but even from the age of 9, 10, I slept in a graveyard for like 5 hours in the middle of the night because I wasn't afraid of it. Doesn't bother me, don't believe in it.
We
But
do.
Brian recently had an experience that might make him reevaluate
We're gonna
his
watch
feelings about the
Nuke's top
supernatural.
5.
You see, a few weeks
I
ago,
hope
he
that's
explored an
okay.
old abandoned
Ignore
theater
their
in Oma, Northern
endorsements of
Ireland.
their
As he
content.
walked into one of the screening rooms, he captured
Hope
something
you
that
enjoy.
he
Have fun.
just can't explain.
I'm going to go in here. Right. So the thing I'll say, get in here. In here, it smells of smoke. Which means people are smoking in here. And then what'll happen, the place will burn down. Jesus Christ, like honestly.
And this time, did you hear it?
Get in here.
As Brian walks into a screening room, two unexplained voices can be heard whispering in the darkness. They seem to be talking about Brian as they both say, "It's people." Brian says that he had no idea what he had recorded until he uploaded his video and read the viewer comments.
So, 5 o'clock in the morning, woke up, got a notification from someone on YouTube who commented in the video saying that, don't mean to freak you out. 40 in your video from the cinema that you did the weekend there's someone whispering in your ear. So then the guy on YouTube messaged again and he goes, by the way, it actually says it's people.
Brian also says that there was absolutely no one else inside the theater.
But the thing is, if you knew the cinema and where I was at, it's a closed hall with 3 rooms, 3 cinema rooms. I was in all 3 rooms. I walked around all 3 rooms twice. I come down back past that hall on the way out. So that's 3 times I was around that place. There was no one there. There was no one there. And it's not as if I was hearing someone's voice through the wall. It was a whisper and it was right beside where I was at. I can't explain it. I just can't. And I don't think I've missed anything and I cannot explain this. And it is freaky as shit. Honestly, I've never caught anything like this ever in video.
But What do you think? Did Brian record the voices of spirits that haunt the old Oma Theatre in Northern Ireland? You decide. Imaginary Fiend. A guy named Ahmad was visiting his family home when his 7-year-old sister wanted to show him a cute little picture she'd drawn. But it wasn't a cute picture. In fact, it was kind of horrifying.
Wait, what are you going to show me?
My picture I drew.
Your picture you drew.
That's Daddy, that's Mummy, and that's me.
And what's that?
That's Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Who's Steve?
My friend.
What, your imaginary friend.
My best friend.
Your best friend Steve. You've got a best friend that looks like this.
It's my best friend Steve.
Okay. I'm leaving the house.
The little girl's drawing of her nightmarish friend Steve went viral, even inspiring some viewers to create renderings of what Steve might look like in real life. Viewers of Ahmad's video encouraged him to ask the little girl a few more questions about her imaginary friend Steve, and things went from bad to worse.
Mama said you got 2 imaginary friends.
No, I've got 2 best friends.
You've got 2 best friends.
Yeah, 2. Do you want me to show you his picture?
Who's that?
That's Steve.
Yeah.
That's Margaret.
And who's that?
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
No, but you spelt my name wrong.
Yeah, but that's you.
That's me.
Yeah, with your mustache and your eyebrows.
My eyebrows.
Yeah.
My eyebrows look like that.
Yeah, your bushy eyebrows.
Wait, so why have you drawn this for?
Because Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah, but Margaret likes you.
Margaret likes me.
Look, she's holding your hand.
She's holding my hand. She's eating me. Are you sure Margaret likes me?
Yeah, she's holding your hand.
Do I need to be worried?
No,
No.
no.
Actually, this is not a joke. I have left the house. If you want an Steve part 4, I'll be honest, I'm not giving that update. Because now I'm unliked by Steve, whoever this person is.
It turns out that Ahmad's little sister has another imaginary friend named Margaret. But even creepier, he learns that for some reason, her old friend Steve just doesn't like him.
Wait, so why have you drawn this for?
Because Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Ahmad is now a little freaked out. He says that after this last visit with his little sister, the drawings are just getting a bit too creepy for him. He says that he won't be checking in with another update on Steve. Or Margaret, for that matter. The Hanging Hands. A woman is running a daycare out of her quiet suburban home. It's an average day, and the kids are laughing and playing nearby. Everything seems normal. But then things start to get a little spooky. A little boy comes running out of one of the nearby rooms, screaming in fear. The daycare provider hurries over and asks him what's wrong, but he's too terrified to speak. He just points at the open door. Cautiously, the woman goes to check it out for herself.
Were you in there? Were you in there?
No.
Who knocked this over? Who knocked this over?
Maybe it was just air.
While the woman is in the room investigating, a heavy child's playhouse suddenly tips over on its side. The crash startles her and leaves the children a bit confused. But here's where things get very, very creepy. Because, did you see it? Viewers of the video point out that there are 2 creepy little hands reaching down from above the door. The hands look to be about the size of a child's, and they pull back and disappear just as the little boy runs from the room. Now, the daycare provider's daughter who posted the video says that she didn't even notice these little hands until someone pointed them out in the video comments.
This is the room. The crazy thing about this is that there was like markings at the top of the entranceway of like the doorway, and I guess in the video you can see hands gripping onto the doorway. I don't really know what to make of that.
The young woman says that she is also confused as to how the child's playhouse could just turn over.
Firstly, we have the house, and obviously you guys saw that it fell, but the other thing I wanted to point out was that it's pretty hefty, so it really doesn't make any sense that it would just fall on its own like that.
But the story gets even creepier as the daycare provider's daughter explains just why the little boy ran out of the room in the first place.
The main thing, and the reason that the little boy was screaming, is actually in here. We have this covered up for a reason. Apparently, the little boy told my mom that he saw a face in these mirrors.
A few days later, and the daughter notices something weird on the CCTV. As she is watching, the child security gate just seems to unlatch and open on its own. She heads into the room to investigate, but she's not ready for what she finds.
Holy shit. That's fucking creepy. Do it again. Like, yeah, okay. Do it again. I'll wait. Do it again. Open the gate.
As she is recording the child gate and trying to encourage any nearby spirit to open it again, something suddenly moves under the sheet covering the vanity. It almost looks like a finger poking underneath. The movement is slight, but the young woman notices it immediately and just makes a run for it. The woman and her mother now believe that the little child's vanity was the cause of all the paranormal activity. They say that they have now sold the little wooden vanity to someone on Facebook Marketplace. Someone who actually wanted to buy the vanity just because it might be haunted. But was this actual paranormal activity? And if not, then just what are these bizarre little hands that seem to reach down from the ceiling? You decide. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. The Invisible Guest. Tristan says that his house in France is haunted by a very active poltergeist. He often hears footsteps and sees things moving on their own. After having a psychic medium come over to cleanse his house, the paranormal activity only gets worse. Late one night, Tristan hears strange aggressive banging coming from his hallway. He grabs his phone and starts filming as he goes to check it out. The bathroom door handle is rotating wildly as his cat stares on in fear. Tristan approaches the door cautiously when suddenly it swings open and there's no one inside. Cut to a few nights later, and Tristan says that some shoes in the kitchen hallway had moved on their own. So he sets up a camera to film down the hallway while he and his girlfriend watch TV in the other room. His camera catches something that is pure nightmare fuel.
Là, je suis en train de me battre pour mettre les diagrammes et les chiffres.
A box flies out of a storage shelf and slams into the wall. Tristan goes to investigate, but he doesn't find anything. However, did you see it? When Tristan checks his footage later and zooms in on the doorway, there's a strange transparent apparition just standing there. The figure is small, about the size of a child, and it quickly glides off into the hallway. Immediately after, the box violently flies off the storage shelf. These days, Tristan says nothing seems to be working to get rid of the poltergeist that haunts his home, and that now he's just planning to move out. The Curse of Room 112. At a quiet nursing home, staff member Camila Torres says that there's one room that no one dares to stay in anymore. Room 112. Camila says that Room 112 is notoriously known as, quote, the death room. You see, every resident who stays in that room experiences sudden medical issues that often send them to the hospital, and sometimes they don't survive. The nurses and staff at the home say that they get chills just walking past the room door. Now, eventually, things got so bad that Room 112 was just left empty, but it seems that something is still inside. One night, the nurses are creeped out as the call alarm in Room 112 suddenly goes off, as if a resident inside is pressing the emergency button for help. But again, there's not supposed to be anyone in Room 112.
Get the light, get the light. You say you checked it? Yes. Did you just get that on camera? No. Stop. I'm not playing with you anymore. I don't like this. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. This is insane right now. Right there.
Okay, you're gonna stop this right now.
Camilla watches the CCTV as the heavy door to Room 112 slowly closes by itself. She and her coworker go to investigate, but as expected, there's no one there. Cut to a week later. Residents of the nursing home are enjoying a visit with a therapy dog. Suddenly, things take a very creepy turn.
Where's your other sucker? You only have one? Use it. Sheila.
Really?
The normally calm therapy dog suddenly becomes very agitated. It just walks away from the group and heads down the hall straight to room 112. The dog stands at the doorway looking inside and whimpering as if it is staring at something disturbing in the darkness, something that no one else can see. As word about haunted room 112 begins to spread, the nursing home residents start to get a little freaked out. One woman decides to perform a religious cleansing ritual on the room, and she asks Camilla to record her so that she can share it with her Catholic friends group on Facebook. The video captures something that is downright chilling.
Heavenly Father, I ask for your divine presence to fill this space. May your light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace and every window open to your blessings. In Jesus' name.
Did you see it? As the resident recites a prayer at the door of room 112, the rosary beads in her hand are suddenly yanked by some invisible force. The woman doesn't notice and continues her prayer, but when they watch the footage back, they notice the strange, unexplained jerk on the beads, almost as if something was trying to snatch them right out of her hands. Camilla says that to this day, haunted room 112 still remains empty. Dark Reflections. The recent film, The Conjuring Last Rites, is based on Ed and Lorraine Warren's investigation of the infamous Smurl haunting in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. Jack and Janet Smurl claimed a demonic presence tormented their family for over a decade, filling their home with strange noises, chilling screams, moving objects, and even physical attacks. Since the movie's release, many people have gone back to revisit real footage that was shot inside the Smurl house.
I want all of you now to think of the most violent thought you can imagine.
Oh!
That's it, folks.
One particular clip has unsettled many viewers. In it, Lorraine Warren gives a tour of the Smurl home, pausing at a closet where the family often heard unexplained loud and insistent knocking.
This is the closet area, and especially in the back of this closet, where they will hear much of the rapping that takes place in this bedroom.
And here's where things get really creepy. Look closely as Lorraine Warren reaches for the closet door. Her reflection in a nearby mirror looks just wrong. Her face appears dark and distorted, and her eyes have gone black. Given Lorraine Warren's reputation as a psychic empath, some believe that she may have been channeling the dark entity that haunted the home. But what do you think? Whispers in the dark. Proud mother Jacqueline says that some strange things have been happening since she and her two daughters moved into their new home. At first, her oldest daughter told her that someone was whispering to her at night as she tried to fall asleep. The little girl said that she couldn't understand what the person was saying or even whether the voice was male or female. On another evening, her daughter said that she heard someone calling her name from downstairs. Now, at first, Mom Jacqueline just dismisses these claims as a child's imagination. But then one day, she catches something on her living room camera that is truly disturbing. Jacqueline's daughter is playing at their table when suddenly a toy comes bouncing across the floor towards her, almost as if thrown by something. The girl goes to check it out, and then a plastic bag falls to the ground. Now, either of those could be written off as a simple coincidence. But then things get kinda weird. The little girl suddenly cries out and clutches her arm before running upstairs in tears. Later, she tells her mom that something grabbed her, and when Jacqueline looks, there's a fresh red scratch on her daughter's arm. Jacqueline says that both of her children now sleep in bed with her. So, is there something sinister haunting Jacqueline's new home? Tell me what you think down in the comments. Haunted housekeeping. A woman named Sarah says that she works as part of the cleaning staff at a nursing home. Now, to avoid any confusion, while Sarah usually speaks Spanish in her videos, this nursing home is actually located in Arizona in the U.S.
Trabajo en una área donde prácticamente vienen a morir los viejitos que están solos, que no tienen familia, y es que se escuchan demasiados ruidos, y es que está terriblemente oscuro, o sea, está solo, apagan las luces, se abre el elevador, es una cosa espantosa.
Sarah says that since she has been working at the nursing home, she has heard and experienced many strange things.
¿Hello? ¿Qué fue eso? Se está escuchando el piano. Y no hay nadie en el piano. No mames. No hay nadie y lo estoy escuchando.
One day, while Sarah is working alone in the nursing home, things take a terrifying turn. She starts to hear strange, unexplained screams echoing through the halls.
¿De dónde viene ese ruido? Se escucha como que gritaran, como si hablaran. No es nadie. Pues se escucha que grita. Creo que es de acá. Oiga, hay veces que se oyen las sillas de ruedas que caminan, que hablan. ¿Qué podrá ser? Ay, ¿qué podrá ser? ¡Ay, no! ¿Qué es eso? ¡Ay, no! Ahora sí, mire algo. No puede ser. No puede ser, ¿escucharon? Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad.
As Sarah searches the hallways, she doesn't hear it, but there is a strange voice that sounds like an older woman whispering, "I see you."
Oiga.
Then, out of nowhere, a cart rolls across one of the activity rooms completely on its own. Sarah says that just then she felt someone touch her back.
Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad.
And with that, Sarah has had enough. She just gets out of there. So, what do you think? Did Sarah capture evidence of a haunting in the critical care wing of the nursing home? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Scary videos. Once again, these are videos that are kinda scary, but maybe a little silly, a bit funny, or just kinda weird. First up, a ghost hunter in Malaysia tries to provoke a spirit into showing itself. He stands up on a table and dares the ghost to push him off. What happens next leaves him speechless.
Engkau apa? Kau buka langkah engkau, kau buang aku sekarang guna ni. Cepat kau buka.
Next up, somewhere in Vietnam, two girls who work in an unair-conditioned clothing store lie down on the floor to cool off. It was a terrible mistake. A rat runs up one of the girls' pants and she has to Gangnam Style it back out of there. Now, the weird thing I found out when researching this story is, new fear unlocked. This happens a lot.
Dang. Wow, ran up my leg.
Jesse has caught a mouse.
In my pants.
Don't let it climb. Go ahead. Oh my god.
She's just playing around with it.
Oh my god.
Is that your mouse?
My mouse. Oh my god. It's not yours. Yes, I'm holding it.
That's a pretty good hold, yo. That's the house I saw.
Oh gosh. It is. What the hell?
So until next time, keep your legs crossed, and thanks for watching. Proud mom Savannah says that she often took her daughter to see her grandmother at the nursing home, and that her little girl always loved those visits. Unfortunately, one quiet night, Savannah's elderly grandmother passed away peacefully in her sleep. The very next morning, just before sunrise, Savannah's daughter wakes up and wanders into her playroom. She sits there in the dark, all alone, playing and just talking to herself. But when Savannah listens closely to the security footage, it seems like her daughter might not have been alone after all.
It's nighttime, we can sleep. And you want to say so now. You want a pizza? Remember?
The toddler seems to be speaking directly to her recently deceased grandmother, even gently reminding Grandma that she's now with the angels on the other side.
It's nighttime, we can sleep. And you want to say so now. You want a pizza? Remember?
Savannah says that she can't explain what happened, but that watching the bittersweet video always brings tears to her eyes. She believes that her grandma came back to say one last goodbye to her beloved little granddaughter.
You want a pizza? Remember?
The unseen observer, Red Anderson, who is an Air Force medic, says that strange things often happen at the military base's treatment facility where he works.
That ain't it.
One late night, Red is sending his wife a Snapchat message when he captures something that is pure nightmare fuel.
But yeah, there's that. Anyway, I just had to check the email real quick. I'll be home in a sec, but I love you crazy.
Did you see it? In the doorway across the hall, some strange dark shape seems to peer down from the top of the doorway. Something with two little widely spaced eyes. As it ducks out of sight, a strange sound can be heard. Now, there isn't supposed to be anyone else in the base medical facility, so Rhett goes to investigate. But he doesn't see anything. Rhett says that his wife later pointed out the strange onlooker in his video, and when he saw it, it sent a chill down his spine. Next stop, nowhere. The property manager of a high-rise building in China steps into the elevator for what should have been a routine ride. But out of nowhere, things take a terrifying turn. The elevator suddenly lets out a loud metallic bang and then slams to a violent emergency stop. The property manager is a bit shaken, but luckily he's unharmed. However, there was something more going on here. Did you see it? In the reflection of the elevator doors, something strange appears, like a pale hand or maybe a long white finger reaching towards the man's shoulder. Others say it looks more like a ghostly mist creeping through the small gap in the elevator doors. But either way, let me know what you think. Next up, 3 friends are on a summer trip to Spain, staying in a large high-rise hotel. One night they hop on the elevator to head down to the lobby, but that's when things start to go very wrong.
Yo, so this elevator is acting mad weird. We started a few floors up, and
Fast forward to 45 minutes later, and the guys are still stuck in the elevator as the lights flicker and the temperature begins to rise from the summer heat.
Alright, so the power is out. The backup, yeah, there you go. The backup generator has been coming on and off. We've been having the time of our lives. And yeah, we're like cooking alive.
Now, luckily, the hotel does have a backup generator, but unluckily, the generator seems to be malfunctioning. And here is where things start to get a bit weird, because for some unknown reason, the elevator takes them to the hotel's 16th floor, which is currently abandoned and under construction.
Oh, no, look, it worked. No. What is... Okay, so it's been doing this for a minute. And there's nothing out there. Alright, no, that did something.
No. Dude, I don't know.
What is going on?
Are we too heavy? Is there someone there? What the...
The doors shut again, trapping them inside. But a little bit later, and finally there's a silver lining, as the elevator power seems to come back on.
We're moving.
Fine. Thank you.
Where are we going?
Oh, wait. Stop. No.
That's the same one as before.
No.
Alright.
The power comes back on and the elevator starts to move, but inexplicably it somehow just ends up back on the creepy abandoned 16th floor. At this point, the friends debate just stepping out and trying to find the stairs, but with the floor completely blacked out and under construction, they decide it's safer to just stay put. And now, over an hour has passed, and the guys are starting to get a bit stir-crazy in the hot, cramped elevator.
There you go. I got you.
Oh, he's cooking something.
What are you doing?
Yep.
I gotta pee.
Oh, you gotta pee.
It's making my bladder. I gotta pee.
You gotta pee.
I feel like a rapper. Go. I gotta pee.
Alright.
I'm holding my bladder.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. I don't know what else is going on. I gotta pee. It's making me mad. Go on like so. In your... I gotta pee. Angry like Bowser.
Guys, this is probably the worst thing anyone's ever.
Now, shortly after this clip, power was fully restored and the guys finally made it down to the hotel lobby. They upload videos of their harrowing adventure on the elevator, but their viewers spot something truly chilling. Again, did you see it? As the guys are goofing around while stuck on the creepy 16th floor, something black seems to appear behind them and rise up from the floor. So just why did the elevator keep dragging them back to that closed-off 16th floor? And why was it shut down in the first place? But most importantly, what is this? Let me know what you think. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. A bolt from the blue. Now, I usually don't post many UFO videos on this channel, but there's something a bit different about this one. Something a little weird and possibly scary. So, on August 5th, Andrew Clifton was walking his dog Dash in the Malvern Hills of Western England. He was shooting some slow-motion video clips of his dog to post to Facebook. When Andrew checked his footage back, he found something that left him speechless.
Steady. Steady. Ooh. Steady. Steady. Ooh.
Did you see it? As Andrew films himself throwing a frisbee to his dog Dash, some unknown long cylindrical object seems to fly just over his head at a very fast speed. And so this is when things get a little scary, because cynics and debunkers claim that this object is an arrow, possibly shot from a bow or crossbow. So this is either some strange UFO or someone randomly shot an arrow at Andrew's head while he was out walking his dog. But what do you think? Is this something from another world? Government technology? Or new fear unlocked? Someone shooting an arrow at you while you're walking your dog? You decide. The 4th floor. A young woman named Aria is staying at an old hotel in Virginia. One night around 10 p.m. she's walking back to her room when she notices a strange-looking man following her. She starts to record with her phone, pretending that she's on a video call to try to scare the guy away. But it doesn't seem to work.
Okay.
Aria says that she heard the man's footsteps behind her start to get faster, and she thought that he was chasing her, so she runs and starts screaming for help. But now this is when things start to get weird, because viewers begin to notice that if you slow down the video at a couple of key moments, no one can be seen chasing Aria. And so now we cut to a completely different TikTok account, one made by a guy named Tony who is a maintenance worker at this very same hotel. Tony sees Aria's video online, so he goes to check the hotel security footage. He finds this.
Y'all, so here's video of that girl that posted, and I'm gonna let y'all know now, it gets really weird. It's like she acting like she's running from something or hiding from something, but there's literally nobody else in the frame. Like she tweaking.
Yeah, it is weird.
And the elevator door is not even closing. Like she playing hide and seek or something.
In the video, we see Aria running down the hall and then cowering in the elevator. But again, no one can be seen chasing her. Strangely, the elevator doors just won't close, so Aria runs out. Tony says that the front desk clerk said that Aria did eventually make it downstairs. She left in an Uber without a word. So now, Tony is curious as to just what might have happened to make Aria run away. He finds the girl's room number and goes up with a coworker. What they find is truly disturbing.
It's like all this stuff is just left here. It's crazy. Yo, this is ridiculous. What the heck is this doing in here?
Yo, hold on, y'all. Why the f is this in here? Hold this. Yo, y'all. This is crazy.
All of Arya's luggage is still in the room. Even stranger, the room looks like it has been ransacked, with things strewn all over the floor. Weirdest of all, Tony finds something commonly called an underdoor tool. This device is often used by criminals to break into hotel rooms with a latched door. So now Tony thinks that someone might have been in Arya's room, and maybe there actually was someone chasing her. He goes back and takes a closer look at the hotel security footage. What he finds chills him to his core.
All right, y'all. So I went back and was looking at the video of that girl from the other day, right? Because I'm thinking maybe somebody must be following her. Just keep watching the screen right here, man. I saw something that just... That's just the housekeeper down there. Right there. Right there.
I don't know what that was.
This is crazy. And y'all think that's crazy? Keep watching. Keep watching, like right by that door right there, by that table. Keep watching right over by there. My hand is shaking. Right there.
What is that?
What the heck? Bro, that's a rock from that table right there. Those are stones and those in bowls right there by that table. And that one of them stones just fell on the floor.
And there's no way that should happen because there's no wind in there.
Wind ain't even gonna do that though. This is crazy, yo.
Just a few minutes after we see Arya running down the hall, we can see a strange unexplained shadow that seems to speed off down the hallway in the same direction. Shortly afterwards, a stone from a nearby decorative bowl mysteriously launches off the table and lands in the hallway floor. Now, Tony says that he doesn't know exactly what happened here. He says that he has never experienced anything like this while working at the old hotel, but he has heard strange unexplained sounds from time to time.
Keep in mind, there's no construction going on. Nothing.
So was some real person with bad intentions chasing Arya? Was this something supernatural? Or is it all just a very elaborate hoax? As always, you decide. Unleashed. A couple in West Virginia owns a little pet shop, and they usually let one of their older dogs wander around the place. But one morning when they come in to open up, something seems wrong. The dog isn't his usual happy self. Instead, he's curled up in his bed, trembling, and absolutely refuses to come out. The shop owners are worried and they check the security cameras to see what might have spooked the little dog. They find something truly bizarre. At around 11:30 p.m., the camera shows the little dog wandering aimlessly through the dark pet store. Suddenly, out of nowhere, something seems to actually launch the dog sideways, hard, almost as if he was kicked. Thankfully, the pup wasn't seriously hurt. But was this some weird freak occurrence? Or does the pet shop have a guest that no one can see? Next up, a guy named Angelo says that some seriously strange things have been happening in his house in Tenerife, one of the Canary Islands of Spain. Angelo says that one night his dog Nala started acting very weird, as if something had given her a serious scare. Curious and a little worried, they decide to check the security footage. What they find is downright chilling. In the video, little Nala seems upset by something off to the side of the room. Something that we can't see. Nala starts backing away, clearly frightened. Then, suddenly, something seems to violently yank the collar right off the dog's neck. Angelo posted follow-up videos to prove the footage wasn't fake. He showed that the clip came directly from his security camera, and he even demonstrated that Nala's collar is extremely difficult to remove. It doesn't just fall off. Angelo says that since the incident, his poor little dog Nala is a nervous wreck. He says the dog refuses to stay alone and now insists on sleeping in their bedroom every night. As for Angelo, he's added 2 more cameras around his house because he thinks that whatever pulled that collar off is still there, and he plans to catch it on camera. It sees you. It seems that both children and adults have long found the animatronic robots at Chuck E. Cheese pizza restaurants to be a bit nightmare-inducing. In fact, the creepy robots are so unsettling that they were the primary influence behind the popular horror game Five Nights at Freddy's. So, a woman named Gina visited a Chuck E. Cheese restaurant with her child. When the show ends and the animatronics shut down, she decides to take a peek behind the curtain to film the inanimate robots. Instead, she catches something downright creepy. One of the animatronic robots suddenly looks straight at Gina with a wide-eyed stare, almost as if it caught her spying on them. Now, of course, this could have just been some coincidental glitch in the robot's programming, but it bears mentioning that the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics have no facial recognition sensors, no motion sensors, and nothing else that can make them intentionally turn to look at someone. But in this case, it almost seems to stare right into Gina's soul. The Fall of Hood House. Noah says that he used to live in a 138-year-old haunted house in Lancaster, South Carolina. Shortly after moving into the house, Noah started to hear strange unexplained tapping from the bottom of the stairs.
Hello? If you can hear me, please stop. Why are you going faster? Oh, no. This is more or less really creepy, like late at night when it happens. During the day, I can walk down here and it's like, okay, it's creepy during the day too. Calm down, girl.
Noah says that the old house was previously inhabited by the Hood family, who all met a tragic fate inside the home.
Judson Hood, the original homeowner of the house, built in 1887. So I went on Ancestry, I go and pay the $19.99, whatever fee it was, and I get all of this dude's family tree information. But pretty much this document up here talks about Judson Hood's death. As it would turn out, Judson was not the only one that died in this house. In fact, every single family member died. Mary Pogue Hood, his wife.
Even weirder, Noah finds out that Mary Hood passed away on the exact spot where he often hears the creepy, unexplained tapping.
So all that knocking sounds that you hear in the previous videos mostly occurred right here at the bottom of the stairs, and that turns out to be the location where Mary fell down the stairs, was immobilized, and then eventually died.
As the weeks wear on, Noah starts to get a bit accustomed to the ghost that he believes to be Mary Hood. He even becomes a bit annoyed by the nightly tapping.
Mary. Mary girl. Ooh, I'm covered in goosebumps. Mary, I know you just died 106 years ago. Give it up, Mary. Cut it out. Come on, Mary, for real. You done said your fucking piece 106 times. Die. Go to the grave.
But apparently, the spirit in his home took that personally. The haunting becomes more intense as one night while Noah has some friends over, the bizarre tapping not only comes from the base of the stairs, but also from the actual walls of the house's second floor.
This hasn't happened in so long. Hello?
Don't do that. No, I ain't kidding. I will leave right now.
Oh my God, look. Please stop.
No, you, stop. Noah, stop.
Noah's friends are not quite as used to the haunted house as he is, and one of them has a physical reaction.
Bailey.
I couldn't help it.
Bailey.
I don't have to be anymore. That's all that matters.
Bailey.
But this is when things start to happen that even make Noah's blood run cold.
What's up, girl? Are you trying to say something? Or are you just trying to keep annoying me?
And now the haunting seems to get serious and downright dangerous, because Noah's front porch inexplicably just catches fire.
I heard somebody banging. I'm like, what the f?
I did too. I literally went inside. I said, Noah.
Tonight, a Queen City News exclusive. A group of roommates in Lancaster County are looking for a hero they say saved their lives. Their home caught on fire without them knowing early yesterday morning. They tell our South Carolina Bureau Chief Shakira Speaks a mysterious Good Samaritan called 911 just in the nick of time.
Those are words you never want to hear, and the roommates say if it weren't for someone driving by, they would have never heard those words either. Homeowner Noah Heaton says it was a normal night for him and his roommates as they were all preparing for bed, but they weren't prepared for what would happen next.
I woke up at about 1 a.m. with my roommates yelling at me, thinking someone's breaking in the front door.
The sounds they heard were from the Lancaster County Fire Department urging them to get out of the house. So barefoot and in pajamas, they got outside, only to see firefighters already tackling the fire on the second story.
And that's when I saw our hammock and outdoor rug up in flames.
This is left after the fire. Heaton says officials still don't know the cause.
Love you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I really am so glad we're okay. That's right.
Each roommate attributes their luck to guardian angels.
So by now, Noah has had about enough of the old haunted house and the ghost of Mary Hood. He just sells the home and moves out. But that's not the end of this story. Because you see, almost exactly 1 year after Noah sold the house, a mysterious raging fire started in the home and it was completely destroyed.
You guys, I'm still in shock that this house burnt to the ground after 3 years of my blood, sweat, tears, and literally my entire bank account poured into this house. For it to burn a year later was insane to me. Now, regarding the second fire that resulted in the total devastation, again, I had moved out, so I don't know much details about this fire other than the family was in the home when it started, and guess what time it started? 3 a.m.
Thankfully, the family of 4 who were now living in the house made it out without any injuries. Now, after researching this fire, I can confirm that weirdly enough, the fire department does say that it started right around 3 a.m., just as Noah said. And the local fire chief says that the cause of the fire is currently unknown. Shadow in the snapshot. A young woman named Keeney says that while on a trip to Mexico, she took a photo of her 3 friends with a disposable camera. When she had her photos developed, she was shocked to see a mysterious extra person in the background. Now, at first, many people who saw Keeney's photo said that the dark figure in the background was simply a shadow from one of the girls, or possibly Keeney's own reflection as she took the picture. But then people began to brighten the image a bit and saw this. The extra figure in the photo seems to have a ghastly face. It doesn't look like a shadow, and it certainly doesn't look like Keeney's reflection. So just who or what is this? You decide. Scurry Videos. Now, this is the place for all the videos that are kind of scary at first, but then just become a little weird or goofy. Mostly just goofy. So first up, a man looks into his hallway and in the shadows, he sees a cat just laying there and staring at him. But he doesn't have a cat.
Who's fucking? I don't have a cat. Come here, kitty, kitty. Oh, oh my god, I thought that was my cat. That's my shoe.
Now, I thought that was a cat too, so maybe I'm blind. Anyway, next up, some guys witness a real zombie attack on their car.
Oh, hey, dude. You're all good. Hey, you're gonna have to get out of the car, sir. Wait.
Get him up, lying down. He's thrashing his car.
Just take his keys.
The car, but he's thrashing the car.
I don't want anyone to get injured or more hurt. Alright. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you call that guy a zombie, but he definitely was exposed to some kind of strange chemicals that changed him into that.
Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
But the funniest thing about this YouTube video are the comments, like 28 beers later, and the Hills have DUIs, and my favorite, he still has PTSD from the Civil War. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back again next time. Hunter Mathis lives in a historic home in Memphis, Tennessee that was built in 1859. The house sits across from a forensic center where actual autopsies are often performed. One night when Hunter is home alone, he spots someone wearing a hat just standing on his front porch. And this is when things start to get really creepy.
What in the actual hell? There's literally...
Now, Hunter says that he opened the door because, unfortunately, having strangers standing on his doorstep is a common problem. But it's usually easily solved.
We live in downtown Memphis, which means we're used to having a homeless population. Usually when it rains, we will have homeless people walk up on the porch, and it is sad, but we do have to ask them to leave because we're on a private property. Every time I have had to ask a homeless person to get off the porch, they've always been kind, sweet, or just listened. They're just like you and me. They're just in much rougher circumstances. I was perplexed in the video because I thought, I didn't pay attention to the light passing through the shadow. I was like, it's not raining. Why is someone on my front porch? I get that to a lot of you in your everyday lives, that's not a good call. And probably moving forward, I won't do that. But I've been in that situation multiple times and I just didn't think anything about it.
Now, Hunter has even tried to debunk his own video to figure out exactly what he could have saw at his door that night. But it still just doesn't make sense.
The front of our house where somebody would be. For them to run, where would they have to hide? It goes straight out, guts out. This way, another commercial building, it juts out. They would also have to jump down into this drop of a fence and go that way.
Hunter says that he has lived in the house for 2 years, but he has never experienced anything like this. So just who or what did he see at his door? Next up, a woman is recording a video with her daughter to show off her new blue LED pool lights. But when she reviews her clip, she notices that she accidentally caught something that is downright creepy. some odd translucent figure seems to eerily float around the edge of the pool, passing right through the woman's daughter. So are these figures just a trick of the light? Or did these people capture real evidence of the supernatural? A little visit. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Jose Gonzalez sent me this strange footage that was captured just outside an apartment complex in Southern California. Jose says that the footage was caught by a family friend on a door cam just outside her apartment. It shows something that is truly bizarre. Some little figure that seems to be walking on two legs moves under the stairs. Then, as a woman passes by, it seems to press itself up against the wall to avoid her attention. Then, the little figure quickly crawls between the steps and disappears out of sight. Weirdly, whatever this is almost looks like it's dressed in a tiny little robe. Now, Jose believes that the security cam caught a duende, a mischievous creature from Spanish and Latin American folklore that is said to be similar to a gnome or leprechaun. But let me know what you think this is. Through the eyes of a child. A young woman named Kyla says that she once saw a ghost when she was only 3 years old. Her aunt is filming her at the table when suddenly this happens.
Look, an apple. Don't come in here, okay? Stay in there. Stay in there in the library. Don't come in here, okay? I won't eat you anymore. I'm just gonna get.
Who you talking to?
I don't like that.
Who you talking to?
I don't want to. No.
Huh?
I don't like that one.
Well, who? You don't like who? What, baby? Like what?
Okay, guys.
It's now 15 years later and Kyla is 18. She says she has very little memory of this specific incident.
So basically, me and my aunt, I was at my aunt's house. My grandma lived down the street, and I guess my mom was at work. We were just eating potato soup, and I guess I saw something or someone on the stairs, and I was like, don't you come in here. And they just kept getting closer to me, and you could see that I'm looking that way. And I'm just like, you know, because it's coming at me, and I'm like, get away.
Who you talking to?
I don't like that.
Now we go to Wichita, Kansas, where Nuke's Top 5 viewer Dallas Clark says that she's worried that her home might be haunted after her Ring camera captures a very strange conversation. You see, her young son seems to be having an argument with someone, but the problem is, he's in his room all alone.
Won't talk? You don't talk to me. Wait, ghost man. Ghost man, ghost man. Ghost man, you say yes. Your eyes stupid. You don't like you anywhere. You want to talk to me, ghost? Uh-huh. You want to talk? You want to talk, ghost? You want to talk to me? I'm gonna beat you up. Cause if you don't be quiet now, I'll go.
The toddler seems to be speaking to an invisible entity that he has named, quote, Ghostman. The boy even goes so far as to threaten to beat up Ghostman.
I'm gonna beat you up. Cause if you don't be quiet now,
The little boy even yells for the ghost to leave.
I'll go. Ghost.
Dallas says that her son still speaks to, quote, Ghostman, and that she has captured other spooky disturbances all around her home. Another family in Houston, Texas has a similar strange experience with their 1-year-old daughter. One evening, Tiffany Matthews notices that her little girl is looking at something in their kitchen, and that's when things get really weird.
Y'all, I don't know who she's playing with, but it's an invisible person, and they're tickling her.
They're doing love with that.
Stop.
Who playing with you, baby?
And I pray so much, it can't be no bad spirit in here. 'Cause I pray so much over this house.
Hey. You play with your granny? You play with your granny? You play with your granny?
She is really interacting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Little 1-year-old Trinity can be seen happily reacting to something her family just can't see. The child's mother believes that whatever this is can't be anything malicious. She thinks that her daughter is probably playing with the loving spirit of her grandmother. So do you think this is all just a child's overactive imagination? Or just what are these young children seeing? You decide. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. Ghost hunts gone wrong. In this next video, a ghost hunter named Alex is exploring a haunted house where he hears a rumbling noise coming from a nearby wardrobe. The mirror on the wardrobe burst outward, sending sharp shards of glass flying towards Alex, barely missing him. But there's something even weirder here. Because, did you see it? Some bizarre shadow figure comes flying right out of the mirror and darts across the room so fast that Alex doesn't even notice. He checks the inside of the wardrobe, but there's nothing there. Mark Sebastian is staying at the infamous Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. The Stanley Hotel is said to be one of the most haunted hotels in North America, and is most famously known as the inspiration for the Stephen King book and subsequent movie, The Shining. Turns out that the hotel does live up to its spooky reputation. As Mark is filming the outside of the hotel late one night, he captures this.
Oh, shit. I'm not kidding. I just saw someone move in that window. Look in this window right here. Shh, you hear that?
A dark figure seems to peek out of one of the hotel's upper windows. But what's especially creepy is that this room is closed and locked off, inaccessible to the public.
This is the room where I saw something. There's no one there.
Even the hotel staff can't explain Mark's strange ghostly capture, as no member of the staff patrols that room, and it's not open to hotel guests.
Really creepy though.
Isn't that creepy?
I'm glad you caught that though.
Me too.
You should show the tours.
Okay, I'll show the tours downstairs. Okay. I confirmed with the staff that no one was in there. They don't do patrols inside of that room. And most certainly not at 2:30 a.m.
I want to let you know that I was on live the entire night that night. So there are at least 1,000 people who saw the events of the footage you just saw play out in real time. It's a locked whiskey bar that is only open for private events. And as soon as I saw Mr. Shadowman show his ass, I ran up to the door of that room that is on that little patio that you can see in the video, shined a flashlight in and showed that there was no one in there.
So just who or what did Mark see? Let me know what you think. This next clip was sent to me by Nuke's Top 5 viewer Zach S. He says that just after midnight, he and his friend Brandon were exploring a tunnel in Shinks Ferry, Pennsylvania, that locals claim is extremely haunted. As the guys look around, something happens that chills them to their core.
Seriously, what is that? I hear it sounds like boots, like wet boots walking over here.
Well, I heard that too, but did you hear the like low, like?
Yeah.
It's like a male.
Yeah, that's what I was describing as a growl.
It's like a male grunting.
Same. What
The two guys hear what sounds like a person moving in the tunnel, which kind of freaks them out. But as they go to check it out, they hear what almost sounds like a loud wailing moan from somewhere very close by. This sends the guys screaming back to their car in absolute terror.
Same.
So did Zach and Brandon hear a ghost tromping around and whooping it up? Well, you decide. Caught on camera. Now, I don't usually feature scary photos on the channel because they're just too easy to fake. But I found these pictures especially interesting just because they're so strange and seem much harder to manipulate. Now, first up, some women were on a girls' trip to celebrate one of the women's birthdays. There were no husbands or boyfriends and no children in attendance. So one of the women snapped a live photo on her iPhone and captured this. Did you see it? On the right side of the picture, a small boy who seems to be absolutely colorless appears over the women's shoulders. Now, if you don't know, an iPhone live photo captures a few frames before the photo and a few frames after. And if you look closely, this little pale gray boy actually seems to be moving. The women say that they have no idea who this boy could be, as there were absolutely no children around anywhere. Next up, a young woman named Tegan is taking a picture with her boyfriend. But later when she prints the photo out, she notices something very odd in the background. A very tall, thin man with indistinct features and hollow eyes can be seen watching them. The couple claims that the strange man with seemingly extra long limbs was not there when they took the picture. Destination unknown. Now, this story is about a different kind of scare, one that you might not take seriously, but maybe you should. Back in 2003, the movie Final Destination 2 was released, and it featured this classic horror scene involving a log truck. Now, this movie scene became so iconic that when the new Final Destination movie was released earlier this year, the movie studio actually put ads on log trucks. Now, the Final Destination 2 log truck scene pretty much influenced the driving habits of a whole generation.
And this is what Final Destination did to the millennials. Look.
Nobody's behind that truck. Not one car in the lane. F
you.
But some people didn't see Final Destination 2, or maybe they just didn't take it seriously.
This guy has never watched Final Destination 2 because why are we following this jam?
Tori, every single millennial is terrified, and you have, oh my gosh, we're cruising behind the lumber truck.
They have to strap those down.
Oh, I bet they said that in the movie too.
But here's what makes the Final Destination log truck scene especially creepy, because sometimes it actually happens.
I think behind the Final Destination truck, keeping our distance. For some reason, they're gonna lose it. Swear to God, they're gonna lose the log. Happening! It's happening! It's happening! Oh my God, I have my camera out. Oh my God!
And if you're saying, yeah, well, that's not like the movie, the log just fell off the side, even though the driver weirdly just kept going. But no, as I said before, this has actually happened.
This crazy, boy.
So, is it scary or just a public service message? Either way, just do not drive behind a log truck. Thank you. The devil down below. A guy named Kyle Anthony says that lately he has been hearing strange sounds around his house. Oddly enough, he says that the sounds are coming from beneath his house, in the house's crawl space. He sets up a camera down there to see what's going on. What he captures makes his blood run cold.
I just saw the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. Watch this.
Kyle's camera captures what looks like a person or something hiding in the tiny crawl space underneath his house. Thinking it might be some strange person actually living underneath his home, he goes into his house's crawl space to check it out.
I can't sleep. There's a security camera. I don't know what I saw. I'm not seeing anything. I don't know what this tarp is. Whether or not there's anything underneath it. I don't see anything. I don't see any signs of life. I don't see any signs of afterlife. I'm gonna get the heck out of here.
Kyle investigates and even crawls his way into the space underneath his house. But there's just no one there. So what do you think this is? Let me know. Sensing something bad. A guy named Nick takes care of his elderly grandmother who has dementia. One night while his grandmother is having an episode, weird things start to happen around their house. Nick's grandmother's dog starts to growl toward the kitchen for no reason. Then the roaming Roomba seems to randomly start and stop, as if it's sensing something right in front of it. But there's nothing there. And finally, something falls from the top of the fridge. Now, as for the randomly stopping Roomba, Nick later shows that the little Roomba is functioning normally, and usually only does this when it is about to collide with something, like a person standing in front of it.
Can you try to step in front of that? So it just does that. Move away. So that comment says that the Roomba doesn't do that unless someone's in front of it.
And so in the video, we also see something fall. Well, Nick also explains this, and it's a little creepy.
One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night. My grandma loves to collect little figurines. You see how far back they are. Genuinely. I mean, the significance of an angel falling and not legitimately anything else she has.
Nick says that now both of his grandmother's dogs have become absolutely petrified of the kitchen. He says that both dogs sit and stare at the kitchen every night and often just refuse to enter that room.
I was watching my show and there's nothing there.
But then things get even creepier, because one night, the Roomba at Nick's grandmother's house again just starts to act very strange.